topping the news tonight, today marks 15 years since an EF4 tornado roared through the southern part of Tuscaloosa County, destroying nearly everything in its path and claiming 11 lives. WVUA 23's Chelsea Barton looks back now on the destruction, death, and devastation. Chelsea.
Philip, I'm told December 16th, 2000 was a strangely warm day, much like today. Late that morning, the tornado carved a path of destruction about 18 miles long. The Taylorville and Hillcrest areas were some of the hardest hit.
It's one of the most devastating, hurting, tear-jerking things that I have ever seen in my life, especially that afternoon when I was down there and the gentleman came walking out with the little child in his arms that was limp, that everybody thought she had passed away.
That child was 6-year-old Whitney Crowder, being pulled from the remains of her family's home in the Bear Creek Mobile Home Park by a man named Michael Harris. She lost her 16-month-old brother, Wesley, and her father, Derek, on that day.
It's definitely a part of my life and my family's life all the time. Yeah, we miss my dad and we miss my brother more than we say.
Unlike the Crowders, Joe Hayes only lost his worldly possessions in the storm. But he says not a day has passed in these 15 years he hasn't thought about what could have been.
It blew me through the 2 front doors and into the foyer and up against the wall. And that's where I stayed until the whole thing, the front part, the eye, the last part. I watched the last part pick my house up and take it off. And after that was over with, I just slid down the wall, didn't get a scratch.
Today, Hayes stood on the place where his home once sat. The land has, of course, been cleared, but one piece of that day is still standing tall. A flagpole many call an eyesore, he says, is a reminder that life should never be taken for granted.
Well, it bent but didn't fall. We didn't either.
As for Whitney Crowder, she's Whitney Daly today, married to a man in the military living in Washington State. She says the storm that took her father and brother is still shaping her life today.
I've been able to take that experience and use it to make myself better, to make myself stronger, to move on, start my life, because I'm lucky to even have my life right now.
And April 2016 will, of course, mark the 5-year anniversary of the April 2011 tornado. Live tonight, I'm Chelsea Barton, WVUA 23 News.
Thanks, Chelsea.